Oh, man. What time is it? Oh. Boy. That's late for me. Good. Oh, wow. Oh! Hi! I didn't know you were here. Oh, I'm glad you're here. Oh, where's my glasses, too? Oh, wait, there they are. Oh, hi, church family. Good morning. Oh, you startled me. I must have fell asleep last night reading. Been having some of those fun COVID dreams everyone's been talking about. Very colorful, very animated. Sometimes you dream that, like, you're somebody different. And that's strange too, right? But I'm glad you're here. Boy, am I glad you're here. Give me just a second, and I will... Oh, man, where is my... There's what I need. Yeah, I found what I need. Ah, my book! I had a book that I wanted to show you. Let me show you this book. Do you want to see a really fun book with me? I bet you do. Where is it? Oh, man. Oh, here it is. Oh. Could it be an absolutely, positively Alexander book? Oh, it is. Do you want to take a trip through a story? I do. It was so nice of you to wake up with me this morning. I tell you, I should set more alarms. It's not probably good to wake up and have people just hanging out when you're sitting in your pajamas, like a pastor in pajamas. But that's okay. I mean, who has time to put on makeup and do their hair? Nobody does, right? We're not doing that. We're living in our pajamas. So, today, I want to share the book that I fell asleep last night reading. Hence, you found me so disheveled this morning. The Absolutely Positively Alexander books by Judith Vorst. There's the front cover. Thanks to Angela Morrow for lending me this book. I needed a pick-me-up and just to be reminded that sometimes we all have bad days. So, I want to start today's Pastor in Pajama with the first in the series, Alexander in the terrible, horrible, no good, very, very bad day. Can you see Alexander? He's really cool. He's a cool kid. Alexander. I went to sleep with gum in my mouth. And now there's gum in my hair. And when I got out of bed this morning, I tripped on my skateboard. And by mistake, I dropped my sweater in the sink. while the water was running. And I could tell it was going to be a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. Seems like Alexander's having one of my mornings. See Alexander there? At breakfast, Anthony found a Corvette Stingray car kit in his breakfast cereal. And Nick, he found a junior undercover agent code ring in his breakfast cereal box. But in my breakfast cereal box, all I got was breakfast cereal. I think I'll move to Australia. Move to Australia. Poor little Alexander. There's everybody getting their cool stuff in their breakfast cereal. And here's how Alexander's feeling. He's just gonna move to Australia. Poor Alexander. In the carpool, Miss Gibson let Becky have the seat by the window. Audrey and Elliot got seats by the window, too. So I had to sit in the middle. I said I was being scrunched. I said I was being smushed. I said if I don't get a seat by the window, I'm going to be car sick. No one answered. I could tell this was going to be a terrible, horrible, no good, very, very bad day. There's everybody putting poor Alexander in the middle seat. And there they are. Nobody's listening to him. It's making me very sad. Mr. Teddy Bear's going to be here. And he helps when I'm very sad. Thanks, Teddy Bear. Teddy Bear is here. And he gives me hugs when I'm very sad. Poor Alexander. I'm very sad for his day. At school, Miss Dickens liked Paul's picture of the sailboat better than my picture of an invisible castle. At singing time, she said I sang too loud. At counting time, she said I left out 16. Who needs 16? It's not important. I could tell it was going to be a terrible, horrible, no good, very, and I mean very, bad day. I could tell because Paul said I wasn't his best friend anymore. He said to Philip Parker was his best friend, and that Albert Moyo was the next best friend, and that I was his third best friend. I hope you sit on a tack, I said to Paul. I hope the next time you get a double-decker strawberry ice cream cone, the ice cream part falls off the cone part and it lands in Australia. There's his third best friend. And there they are. They're all buddy. Well, that's fine. Me and Teddy Bear. We love Alexander too. There were two cupcakes in Philip Parker's lunch bag, and Albert got a Hershey's bar with almonds, and Paul's mother gave him a piece of jelly roll. Oh, jelly roll that had little coconut sprinkles. Oh, sprinkles on top. Guess whose mother forgot to put dessert in? Oh, it was terrible. It was horrible. It was a no good, very, and I mean very, bad day. That's what it was. Because after school, my mom took us all to the dentist. And Dr. Phils found a cavity just in me. Come back next week, he said. I'll fix it. Next week, I said, I'm going to be in Australia. There's Mom taking him to the dentist. We're going to Australia. I'm with Alexander. Oh, man. On the way downstairs, the elevator door closed on my foot. And while we were waiting for my mom to get in the car, Anthony made me fall where it was muddy, and then when I started crying because of the mud, Nick said I was a crybaby. A crybaby. Look, he fell in the mud. But he's crying. Teddy bear. I don't like that he's crying. Alexander. While I was punching Nick for saying crybaby, my mom came back to the car and scolded me for being muddy and for fighting. I was having a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. I told everybody. No one answered. There's Mom scolding him for punching Nick in the face and for being muddy. And there's our pouty face Alexander. He is not a happy camper. So then we went to the shoe store to buy some sneakers. Anthony chose white ones with blue stripes. Nick chose red ones with white stripes. I chose blue ones with red stripes. But then the shoe man said, "We're sold out." They made me buy plain white ones. But they can't make me wear them. Here they are at the shoe store. Book's getting good. When we picked up my dad at his office, he said I couldn't play with his copying machine. But I forgot. He said to watch out for books on his desk. and I was careful as I could, except for my elbow. He said, "Don't fool around with his phone." But I think I called Australia. My dad said, "Please don't pick up any more." Ugh. It was a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. There's Dad in his office. And Alexander's really bad day. There were lima beans for dinner. I hate limas. There was kissing on TV. I hate kissing. Everybody's at dinner eating limas. Alexander's not happy. My bath was too hot. I got soap in my eyes. My marble went down the drain. And I had to wear railroad train pajamas. I hate railroad bed pajamas. When I went to bed, Nick took back the pillow he said I could keep, and the Mickey Mouse nightlight burned out, and I bit my tongue. The cat wants to sleep with Anthony, and not me. It was a terrible, horrible, no good, bad day. My mom says some days are like that. Even in Australia. Are you having an Alexander no good, horrible, bad day? That's okay. I think Alexander's mom might be right. We all have those days, and it's okay. It's okay if things don't work out the way we want them to every day. But the thing that we get to remember is that tomorrow is there. And even if we go to bed in railroad train pajamas, looking forward to moving to Australia, we know that not every day is a no good, horrible, terrible, bad day. A lot of them are good days. But it's hard sometimes, not only when we're little, but when we're big too, to remember that. And so I hope that this day is not a no good, terrible, horrible, bad day, but that there's a little light in your day, that you'll get up, enjoy the weather, play outside, call a friend, call your grandma, call your grandpa, call your lonely aunts, call those you love, check in on them, maybe do a FaceTime, let them see your shining face. No makeup at all. Clean face and everything. Enjoy your day. Know that you are loved. Just as you roll out of the bed in the morning with your crazy hair, your railroad train pajamas, your teddy bear by your side, a good book in your hand, the good book in your mind and in your heart. May God watch over you. May you be reminded that even on the worst days, you are loved. You are loved just as you are. You don't have to change anything. And if you do want to change something, that's okay too. Because God is still working on each and every one of us. Every day. He's still working on me. And He's still working on you too. Because God never stops creating us. We are constantly changing and growing. And that, my friends, is a gift of God for the people of God. Thanks be to God. This is Pastor Devon with First Presbyterian Church right here in beautiful Huntsville, Tennessee. For this edition of Pastors in Pajamas, I hope you have a much better day than our friend Alexander, and we look forward to worshiping with you very soon. All thanks and glory be to God. Amen.